All right, Culotta and the Prince, the vlog here on the eve of National Signing Day. Prince, this used to be your Super Bowl, man. Are you glad you're a little outside looking in now?
No way, man. I'm happy. We'll be out there broadcasting 3 hours tomorrow, and then I'll have to do the LSUsports.net signing day live thing, or live from LSU's campus at 2. So I'm Michael Corleone. They pulled me back in, but. Look, there's no way you can cover LSU football and not talk about recruiting. It's the lifeblood of the program, and this year there's a different vibe, a little different energy. Some of it is because of Coach Orgeron coming in.
Yeah, no question. Speaking of Coach Orgeron, I think you felt his presence on the staff last night with the 21st commit in Arden Key, a defensive end out of Georgia. One of the first stops he and Kevin Steele made when they were hired at LSU a couple of weeks back. 6'5", 230-pounder. A lot of people compare his length, his size, to a guy like Barkevious Mingo. Not his game yet. Mingo a top 5 pick when he left LSU. But look, defensive line was an area of need, and this is a big name to hop aboard late in the process.
LSU needs help rushing the passer. So Arden Key is a guy that comes in and is able to do that. I think it's a great fit from what LSU needs in terms of this recruiting class. It's also a guy that comes in and can be utilized in a number of different ways as a guy that can get pressure on the quarterback. And that's not just something for the recruiting class. That's what the team needs. Looking at other team needs, I think LSU's in good position with Toby Weathersby to add him to add him tomorrow morning and to put the finishing touches on what I think is a really strong offensive line class.
Derek Dillon, we anticipate his flip and signing of letter of intent tomorrow.
I think LSU's in really good position with Derek Dillon. There's no question about that Adam Henry has done a really fine job recruiting him. I'm curious if there's going to be any, hey, I'm decommitting here, if I'm signing here, or if it's just a situation where, hey, look, he's a guy that's signed, and tomorrow morning while we're on the air, we can announce him as a member of this class.
Because everybody we've talked to from Pine is his head coach, not comfortable with the attention and the recruiting process, really looking forward to just kind of getting it behind him and moving on and playing football.
Yeah, and again, this is a really talented young man, and this would be a great fit for LSU.
The Pelicans, that was a big win last night. 19-game win streak Atlanta brought into the Crescent City. 12-game road win streak. The last time they had gotten beaten was December 26th. Defensively, they shined. Anthony Davis, his first game back after the groin strain, 29 points, 13 boards, 8 of those offensive. We talked about Tyreek Evans kind of settling in at that point guard spot. 12 assists last night.
Tyreek Evans, if you're going to get that kind of play from Tyreek Evans, that's really strong there. I think the other thing is that this year, since when they're healthy, and you get a guy like Omer Ashik, and Anthony Davis playing together, I think that there's a lot of things that the Pelicans can do there. But it's been a situation where you haven't had all you guys healthy. You still don't have all you guys healthy. You're playing some guys, moving them around. Monty Williams is not the strength of this entire franchise.
Breaking news right here on the Culotta and Prince vlog.
And so when you have a situation where you have guys that are injured and you have a coach that's trying to move pieces around, he's not the best at establishing rotations when they're all healthy. So when you start moving these guys around and you have limited numbers there, this is not really the best situation there. Now you're starting to get some guys healthy. Davis is playing at just an incredible level. That's really good for the remainder of the season. On the outside looking into the playoffs today, but still have an opportunity here as the season, gets to its, really the meat of it and ending, coming back after the All-Star break. I want to see how they're able to roll through that. But right now, certainly has some signs of life.
Yeah, the Pelly's 26-24 overall. Phoenix is in that 8th playoff spot in the West. New Orleans only a game back right now going into the All-Star break next weekend, in which Anthony Davis was voted in as a starter. National Signing Day tomorrow, full day of coverage presented by Westgate LLC and Dr. Pepper, RobinsonBrothers.com's 20th annual Bayou Recruiting Bash.
And one other thing, I'd like to thank Verizon for unlimited talk and text, because obviously we're using 7 text messages since we started doing this thing this morning. Tomorrow is going to be nuts. 7 to 10 tomorrow morning. Culotta and the Prince, 10 to 11. Shea Dixon and Ben Love, 11 to 2. Sports Today with Charlie and Jimmy. and Moscona will bring you home from 2 to 6.
Yeah, it'll be a full day of live and local coverage for you over there at L'Auberge Casino. For the Prince, I'm Jordy Culotta, 7 to 9 a.m. weekday mornings. We're on Twitter at 1045 ESPN. Follow us there. Make sure and tell your friends if they're outside of the listening area that they can listen to us online at 1045ESPN.com, TuneIn radio app, or download the Huddle, driven by the Sterling Automotive Group. Keep up with all the coverage, all the signees tomorrow for National Signing Day.